Hello everyone and welcome back to Liminal. Today we'll be doing the final one on Calm Gate and then be able to move on. Today is Skald team. I don't know, that. I'm sure you can. I'll download it and then come back when it's done. I just realized while I was waiting for it to download that I could just always download the content before starting the videos. I mean, smarter idea, but whatever. It is what it is. Now, of course, I will not be talking as much in this experience, so you can enjoy it as much as you can. So you can enjoy it better. Yes. Let's get started. Neutral. Continue.
Have you ever wondered where stories come from? How poets and skalds can come up with the most extraordinary tales? While some claim it to be the mere outcome of raw talent, others believe it to be the meat of poetry. Our story begins at the end of a war. The Aesir and the Vanir gods met together in Asgard, the home of the Aesir. The Vanir came bearing gifts from their land Svartalheim, few of which were black kettles and vats full of magic. Drinking and feasting the night away, the gods made talk of peace. They sealed their night by spitting into the kettle and vats, and from that kettle arose a man.
You are Kvasir. Do you know who I am?
Said Odin.
You are Odin, the Allfather, highest of the Aesir. I know your other names too. I also know the stories and songs in your name.
Kvasir was the wisest of the gods. He had the answer to all questions. People needed only to ask. And the gods did. They asked him questions and he would answer, all the way into the early morning when he finally said,
I thank you all, but I must go now. I must visit all places, all realms, where there are questions yet left unasked.
Over the coming years, Kvasir would travel from realm to realm, town to town, village to village, never once failing to answer any question. It was during his travels in Jotunheim where he met a giant named Sudden.
You there, you god. I have a question for you that has never been asked. Only it must be asked in private, away from prying eyes. Will you follow?
Yes, I shall.
Replied Kvasir. Sudden guided Kvasir to his plot of land, and from there into a cave in a mountain, where there were cauldrons and barrels and vats and kettles.
Tell me, wisest of gods,
Said Sudden.
if you truly know the answers to all questions, do you know why I brought you here?
I do.
Said Kvasir.
It seems to me that if you were both intelligent and evil, you would kill your visitor and spill his blood into the kettles and vats. Then ferment the blood with honey and fragrances in the cauldron called Othererrir. It would make a mead quite fine. One that is sure to intoxicate any drinker, but also give them the gift of poetry and scholarship.
Silence fell in the cave halls as Sudden turned to Kvasir and said,
Yes, I am intelligent. And there might be those who would call me evil.
He slashed the throat of Kvasir, poured his blood into the kettles and vats, then fermented the blood with honey and fragrances, the cauldron of Othererrir, which indeed made the great mead. Limited, as it was precious. Years went by as the drunken giant Sudden shouted tales from his roof of how he had slain Kvasir the Wise and made mead from his blood. Words of his deeds stretched far and wide, even to Asgard and to Odin's ears. One day came a man to Sudden's land, a man who claimed the name Bullbecker. Bullbecker found audience with the Lord and told him that he heard the tales of his mead.
I would like to taste this mead,
said Bullbecker from behind his black cloak.
and to that end I am willing to work.
What work can you offer me, peasant?
Said Sudden mockingly.
I will till your fields, and do the work of 9 men in half the time.
Sudden, believing this a foolish and impossible task, agreed to the terms. Only hours went by as Bullbecker worked, using his guardian magic and scythes of dwarves to cut wheat and till the land. And so came the time of payment. Sudden took Bullbecker into the cave where the mead is kept.
Only a sip for you was our agreement. A taste of my mead of poetry.
The man called Bullbecker placed his lips on the small vat, and with one godly gulp, he drained the cauldron called Odrerir completely. Bullbecker turned into a giant eagle and flew out of the cave and rode the rainbow bridge. When the eagle returned to Asgard, he spit out every last drop of mead into the Vanir vats that once created the wise god Kvasir. The eagle then transformed into Odin, who bewitched the vats never again to drain. And so it was that the mead of poetry returned to Asgard and to the grace of the gods. So, if you ever heard of someone who could make magic with words, or have the talent to craft poems and sagas and weave tales, know that they have drunk of the Asgardian mead of poetry.
That was a very nice story indeed. We'll go 3, 4. That's good enough. And that will end the journey of this gate. Next will be